Example number 12. Under the root x minus 4 plus 3 minus x under the root. It's a square root function, but it's not a fractional function. It's only a square root function. Anything inside the square root must be greater than 0 or equal to 0. Same thing for here. It must be greater than 0 or equal to 0. I should not have any negative number inside the square root. So according to the first square root, x minus 3 must be equal to or greater than 0, which means that x can be 4 or greater than 4. This is my first condition. Let me put a number line for this condition. I have a number line here. At this point I have 0. Here I have 4. There is equality sign for this condition. Condition says that x can be 4, but then must be greater than 4. It cannot be less than 4. This equality sign means I have a field in circle for 4 on the number line. So 4 has been included, and then greater than 4. For greater than 4, I will go in right direction up to positive infinity. I can put any value greater than 4 like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to positive infinity. So I must go in right direction. Let me do a simple test. Let's suppose that if I put something less than 4, which means that I'm gonna go in left direction, less than 4 like 3, 2, 1, 0. Let me substitute any random value for x which is less than 4, like 2. 2 is less than 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. I got a negative number, and the rule says that you should not have any negative number inside the square root. So my test has been failed when I go in left direction which is less than 4. I cannot put something less than 4 in this direction. It has to be greater than 4 or equal to 4. Similarly, 3 minus x must be greater than or equal to 0. This expression is a bit different compared to this expression. I have x minus 4. Here I have 3 minus x. X has been subtracted here. Here 4 has been subtracted from x. If I have this situation, my final condition will be x equal to 3 or less than 3. If x has been subtracted from any number, any equality sign here, whether it is greater than or less than, it will change the other way around. Like 3 minus x has a symbol equal to and greater than 0. My x will be equal to and less than 3. This symbol will change because x has been subtracted from any number. Right over here, number has been subtracted from x, so there is no issue at all. You put exactly the same symbol as you have here. In this case, it's different. You have to change the symbol. There was very important information you have to keep in mind. Let me draw a number line for the second condition. This is my number line. I have 0 and then 3 here. Condition says that x can be 3 but must be less than 3. Let me do a simple test to try any number greater than 3. If I choose any random value for x which is greater than 3, let's suppose 3 minus 5. 5 is a random value which is greater than 3. I'm gonna get negative number, negative 2. So negative 2 inside this square root is not acceptable. I cannot put something greater than 3. If I do, I will get negative number here in the square root, which I don't want. So I have to go in left direction less than 3, and this test has been failed. This field in circle is because of this equality sign. This bar shows the equality sign. So 4 has been included. This field in circle is also because of this equality sign. There is equal bar. So 3 has been included. I have 2 number lines for 2 square roots. And now the question is that what will be the domain for this function? That's the real question, to find the domain. Look at here. This is according to the first condition, which means that x can be 4 but then must be greater than 4. I go in right direction up to positive infinity. And this number line is because of the second condition, which says that x can be 3 but then must be less than 3. So I go in left direction, in negative direction, up to negative infinity. As I did in the previous example, I will do the composition of these 2 number lines to get a combined answer for the domain. How to do it? Let me draw the third number line. This is the third number line, which is the combination of these 2 number lines. Let me draw the point 0, 3 and 4. One condition says that x can be 4 and then greater than 4. The other condition says that x can be 3 but then less than 3, which is the second condition. The third number line is the combination of the first two number lines. When I combine them on the third number line, I get a space. There is a space here. Because of this space, domain is not possible. This is a place which cannot come under the first condition and under the second condition. It is an empty space. If you have such situation, domain is not possible for the function. So I can't determine the domain here for this function. Example number 13. X plus 2 under the root plus 4 minus x under the root. According to the rule, I should not have any negative number inside the square root. X plus 1 must be greater than 0 or equal to 0, but should not be less than 0. Similarly, 4 minus x can be 0 or greater than 0, but cannot be less than 0 because I don't need any negative number inside the square root. So I'm gonna go with these two conditions. Let me take x plus 2 first, which equals to 0 or greater than 0, which means that x equal to negative 2 or greater than negative 2. Because this positive 2 will go on the other side, it is exactly like x plus 2 equals to 0, where x equals to negative 2. Same thing applies here. So my condition will be x can be negative 2, but must be greater than negative 2. It cannot be less than negative 2. Let me put a number line for this condition. I have a number line here where at this point I have 0 and then negative 2. So the rule says that x can be negative 2 but then greater than negative 2. So I will go in the right direction on number line up to positive infinity. I can put any number as long as it is greater than negative 2 or equal to negative 2. So my domain occurs on right side of negative 2. Let me do a simple test. If I try something less than negative 2, suppose I put something less than negative 2 in this equation, like negative 3. Negative 3 is less than negative 2. So negative 3 plus 2 will be negative 1. I will get negative number inside the square root, which I don't need at all. It can be 0 or greater than 0, but cannot be a negative number. I can't go below negative 2. I must go above negative 2 up to positive infinity. So here the test has been failed. Let me take the second square root. 4 minus x will be equal to or greater than 0. Here 2 has been added to the x, but here x has been subtracted. It's exactly like 4 minus x equal to 0. If I take out x from here, I will get negative x equal to negative 4 because this 4 will go on the other side. To cancel the negative, this symbol will go the other way around. It will go an opposite direction. Like here it is greater than, it will become less than and equal to. So my x will be equal to or less than 4 because I cancel out the negative on both sides. Here I have no issue at all. X is on the same place. Just 2 will go on the other side to become negative 2. So I shouldn't interrupt this symbol. But in this case it's a bit different. And this 4 will go on the other side to become negative 4. So negative x on one side and negative 4 on the other side. Therefore to change the symbol from negative to positive, this symbol will change. If it is greater, it will become less. If it is less, it will become greater. 4 minus x equal to and greater than 0, which means that x equal to and less than 4. This is very important and technical. You must be careful as I have already discussed in the last example. So you must be attentive if you have such situation. Let me put the second number line for the second condition, which is here. At this point I have 0 and then 4. Condition says that x can be 4. For that reason, I have filled in circle that 4 has been included. And then less than 4. Less than 4 means that I must go on left side. Like 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, up to negative infinity. I can put any value as long as it equals to 4 or less than 4. I cannot go on right side on the number line. But let me do a simple test. If I put any random value in this equation for x, which is greater than 4. Let's say for instance I put x equals to 7. 7 is greater than 4. What will happen? I got negative 3. There will be a negative 3 inside the square root, which I don't need. I must avoid any negative number inside the square root. So I cannot go above 4. I must go below 4. And the condition has been failed here. This field in circle is because of this equality sign. There is equal bar, which means that -2 has been included. This field in circle is because of this equality sign, which means that 4 has been included as well. So both 4 and -2 have been included. So the second condition says that I must go below 4 up to -infinity. I cannot go above 4. It must be less than 4 according to this condition. So I will go in left direction on the number line. What will be my domain from this function? And the main question is to determine the domain. How to determine the domain from these two number lines? This number line is because of this condition, which is the first condition. And the second number line is because of the second condition. What I will do here, I will mix up these two number lines to make a third number line. I will draw these points from these two number lines and the third number line, and we'll find out the domain. So let me draw a third number line here. At this point I have 0 and then -2 and then +4. These are the 2 points that I took from the two number lines. The first condition says that x can be -2, but then must be greater than -2, so I will go in right direction. This is because of the first number line. And then the second number line was to go below 4 according to this condition. The second condition says that x can be 4, but then must be less than 4, so I will go below 4 in left direction. Now look to the third number line carefully. The first number line starts from here in right direction up to infinity, up to +infinity. And the second number line starts from here in left direction up to -infinity. So whatever come inside the -2 and 4, this will be my domain. I don't care what is less than -2, and I don't care what is greater than -2. They join this region common. The region between -2 and +4 is the common region of these two number lines. So this common section will be my domain. I don't care what is greater than 4 and I don't care what is less than -2. I only care about the common part. This is the common part which has been joined by both of the number lines. Therefore from -2 up to +4 will be my domain. All real numbers between -2 and 4, including -2 and 4, because of this field in circle, including -2 and 4, and then between -2 and 4. Whatever came inside the -2 and +4 will be my domain, like -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 4. I have to put the answer of domain in ordered pair, which is -2, 4. This is my second way to put the answer for the domain. I have a close bracket with the -2 and close bracket with a +4 because of this field in circle of -2 on the number line and this field in circle on 4 on the number line, which means that -2 and 4 have been included. Including -2 and 4, whatever come between -2 and 4 will be my domain.